Hello to everyone there. My name's Ian Tchacos. I'm Executive Chairman of ADX Energy. ADX Energy is a European-focused energy producer, appraiser, developer and explorer. What you can see from the background there is our core asset, which was recently purchased in Austria. It's 320 barrel a day onshore production, just about 20 kilometres out of Vienna. So I'll just run you quickly through the disclaimer statement, if there's any speed readers amongst you. So yeah, just focusing on our assets. The company has a market cap of around $14 million. Historically, we've been operating offshore. We still have an offshore asset in Italy, but really our focus has become very much on onshore Europe. And what we're looking for is to build cash flow quickly through fast tracking, appraisal and exploration in areas that are proximal to infrastructure. And certainly our asset positions both in Austria and which is production, in Romania, which is appraisal, and Italy, which is offshore appraisal, can give us that. We've got boots on the ground both in Austria and Romania, and we operate all our assets, becoming only the third production operator in Austria. Another part of our strategy is to focus on decarbonisation and sustainability, and certainly our assets in Austria give us that opportunity to also look at the potential for CO2 injection and also geothermal, which is quite prevalent. So just running quickly through the assets, what we're looking for is pro-development jurisdictions. We've got favourable fiscal terms and, very importantly, access to infrastructure and high energy pricing. Our recently acquired Geiselberg and Zisterdorf field is currently producing around 320 barrels a day. It's got long-lived production and an excellent facilities position. What's really important about this is there's also a lot of upside in deeper reservoirs, and we're very, very happy about that asset that was only acquired in December of last year. In Romania, we've been working there for quite a while. We've been drilled a well late last year. We're just in the process of testing that well. It was a successful well, and we're looking at shooting additional 3D seismic as well as drilling an additional well in October of this year. In Italy, we're in a process where the Italian government has basically created a situation where there's no more operations until early next year. We've got a very nice offshore oil redevelopment project with about 34 million barrels of contingent resource, prematurely abandoned in the 80s, but we're not likely to get back to that until Q1, Q2 2021, when the Italian authorities are likely to lift basically an embargo on oil and gas exploration and appraisal and development. Just running through quickly our recent highlights. It's been a transformational period for us, purchasing the Zisterdorf oil field onshore Vienna. This is a pristine area. This asset is produced with very low emissions. Part of the acquisition is also a surrounding vineyard. The wells are producing on a very, very stable decline, and we see lots of opportunities also for increasing production, both from existing developed reserves, but also from deeper reservoirs that have yet to be accessed. As part of that acquisition, we've also picked up not only cash flow and infrastructure, but capability. So we've also built a team onshore in Austria. We've also, as part of that acquisition, gained exclusive rights to exploration data. The company we've purchased our assets from is a company called RAG. They're a private company. They're now owned by gas transmission utilities. They're looking to get out of oil and gas, so we also see opportunities for further acquisition of production. But what we've been able to do is acquire about 90 million euros worth of data in Upper Austria, in acreage that surrounds RAG's other existing infrastructure. So we're in the process now of acquiring exploration licenses, partly with appraisal opportunity, partly with exploration, and that gives us opportunities to basically ready drilled exploration appraisal prospects with ready access to infrastructure. So that's quite an exciting opportunity to grow the portfolio. As I mentioned earlier, in Romania, we've made a recent discovery, and we're in the process of testing that. But then we're also looking at going on and drilling in later on this year. So a quick investment overview. We've got production, stable production, about 1.5 million barrels of 2P reserves. We've got a hedging strategy in place which enables us to ensure that we're maintaining profitable cash flow with Brent around $46 a barrel hedged. But we've got good growth potential in Romania, in Austria, and also through exploration and development in Italy. Just quickly, the Geiselberg and Zistador field, as you can see, they're very good developed infrastructure. We bought the field based on 1 year of cash flow, which is pretty extraordinary. It's on a very flat decline rate, but we see large potential, up to 8 million barrels of 2C contingent resource in deeper reservoirs, which can be accessed from existing infrastructure. That means that we can, not only extend the life of the existing reservoirs, but also build on, contingent resource to significantly build production and cash flow. What you see here is just the reservoirs that are basically were discovered in the recent IMIC-1 well onshore in Romania. This is a quite exciting new opportunity for us. We've been in Romania for quite some time. Most of this activity is being funded either through farm outs or funding from other companies, and we're now in a position where we can really move forward through testing of the discovery that we made last year, through further drilling, and also through 3D seismic, which is due to resume in about a month. We've obviously been delayed a little bit through COVID, but we're getting back to normal operations in Romania since they've opened their borders again. In terms of growth, while we're in Upper Austria, we've got great exploration potential. We've actually made license applications based on 3D seismic. Austria produces around 25,000 barrels a day of production. We've become only the third operator in Austria, and other than RAG and the national oil company OMV, so we're in a very unique situation here. We've also been able to acquire all of RAG's 3D seismic data and well data. We've basically got about 20 prospects that are ready to drill on 3D seismic. 8 of those have got actually well sites ready to go. So it's a very unique situation. We're basically getting into RAG's shoes as they're getting out, because their board has decided they don't want to be involved in any more E&P. They will focus their business almost completely on gas storage and gas transmission, being one of Europe's largest gas storage companies. So that's a very unique opportunity for us to not only build production in the Vienna Basin, but also further appraisal and development and exploration in Upper Austria. So I guess the summary of our objectives are as follows. We've got a hedging strategy in place to ensure that we can keep our if you like, our production levels up and our revenue up. We've got a good strategy in place through workovers and infill drilling to enable to not only retain a flat production profile, but increase it. There's also significant contingent resource to go after. We're in the process of expanding our exploration portfolio in Austria, and furthermore, we've got very attractive production assets that we're looking to pursue both in Austria and Romania to enhance our portfolio. So we're also looking at renewable opportunities. In Upper Austria, there's some very good geothermal prospects which lie beneath oil and gas prospects. So the beauty of that is, we have an opportunity to expand our assets, not only in terms of conventional, but also in terms of renewable opportunities. So what the other side of our business, I mean, being an Australian company, we're looking to target European investors, and right now this is all part of increasing our European investor awareness, and eventually we'd like to get ourselves to a European listing. So finally, our planned activities are reserves and production growth in Zisterdorf. We're currently in the process of an independent reserves report. We're doing a bottom-up review using new 3D data, and we're also looking to pursue a large undeveloped reserve potential in deeper reservoirs. In Romania, there's well testing, 3D seismic, and further appraisal drilling, which will give us a lot of activity that's currently funded through farm-ins and investment from other companies. And we think during the third quarter of this year, we'll be able to announce a very exciting Upper Austria exploration acreage gazette. So the final leg to our business, our goal is to build our current production base from around 320 barrels a day to around 2,000 barrels a day, and we see lots of opportunities in known jurisdictions where we have boots on the ground. That's where I'd like to leave you today. If you have any further questions, happy to take them. Also, obviously, I can be contacted by email, and as well as our Chief Executive, Mr. Paul Fick. Thank you very much.